We are going to go live for an hour. It is September 2nd, 2026. I wonder if they used to have 7 days. Was it 6? God bless all you guys. And just remember the greatest moment to be alive is right now. And I appreciate you all for coming through. So, your thinking is wrong. If it don't feel right, then the thinking is constrictive. We usually always limit ourselves when we think. We always restrict ourselves, and that's simply because the point of view that we have. You create your point of view. So, whatever that you think about is your created point of view. And if don't get caught up in it, because if it's something you don't like, you can always change it. Hello from Morocco. So most people, they're identifying with their thoughts. I did want to say I didn't get to go live yesterday. We're here a little later today. And I appreciate you all for coming. We have thoughts, but sometimes we get caught up in them. They're not really us. Our thoughts are always going to change. And we are the one having the thoughts. Hello, Sava, Elma. Where are you guys from? So, if we don't like our thoughts, we can change them to however we want. And we are the seer of our thoughts. We are actually the feeling of life inside of us. So, getting caught up in your thoughts, Romania. Hello, Julian. Hello from Morocco's. I think somebody I know is in Bulgaria, which I think is next to Romania. Sometimes your thoughts win. That is true. That is true. And this is why we are talking about it today. So you can always win. Sometimes. Me, Romania. Yeah. How was my day? My day was actually really great. It's gotten a lot better. And I'm so grateful to be here with you guys. So we can actually change our thoughts. When we have ones we don't like, it's simply a limited point of view. And we're viewing it from a negative way. If someone saw their enemy in school, how are you, Jalen? Sometimes your thoughts just pop up from nowhere. Yeah, that's why you can't really care about them. Because they pop out of nowhere. And they usually agitate you. We are actually behind the thoughts. We are the life behind the thoughts. Does that make sense? And you see it. And so, if you have any problem on your mind, all you have to do, if you're not thinking something you don't like, or if the situation is one you don't like, you just change it to a positive. Anything that you change into a positive will change how you feel about it. Does that make sense? All you got to do is thank God for waking up in the morning. Yeah. That's true, Jalen. Being so thankful. A lot of people misuse that. We always should be thankful. Thankful for our breath, for the food we eat, and the water that we drink. Whatever that it is. You can't control it. They make you regret things, be happy about some, or even feel bad. Yeah, but that's why your mind it's really an illusion, because when you actually feel the life essence that you are, there's a fundamental feeling that keeps you alive. Does that make sense? And you can morph into this feeling inside of you. You can actually feel the feeling of life inside of you. And when you feel this, it is happiness. It's eternal happiness. And you can feel this all the time. And what happens when you actually start feeling your life, you actually stop thinking. So therefore, your thoughts don't matter because they're not thinking. Thoughts only matter when you're thinking. No, it looks like morning, Sava. It's actually about to be nighttime. My phone is like messed up. It makes it look brighter and a little lighter. That's a great question. Your enemy's name is Sarah. Sarah looks exactly like your name, Sava. You can control the if you think, you can control that, and you can control what you think about. Yeah, you can. Why do I think about playing a video game, and someone who doesn't play video games, he never thinks about video games? Or I could feel the want to, because he's just in a different frequency and his thinking is just different. So if you're always watching sex, you're involved in like sex with whatever, or you see it a lot, well, then your thinking is going to be sexual. Does that make sense? The enemy will think that I will lie. Yeah, your thinking is just kind of like in categories, and that's how everybody thinks. But let's just say you can prove this to yourself. You can concentrate every day for like a whole month and focus on something, deliberately put your will, and if you do that every day, that will be in your thinking. Why? What's up with your enemy, Sava? Anything that your enemy holds is actually what it's a reflection to what you want to release. Every enemy is really a joke. No one can get to you. They only bother themselves. Hello, Matt the Visionary. Thanks for joining on this colorful night. Yeah. I'm sorry that's happening, Sava, but if something has to be done, then do something about it. But don't react to it. Don't feel what that other person feels. They're just trying to put their anger and pressure, they're trying to put that on you. That's why an angry person loves company. Everybody loves company. But angry people, they like to get you angry. They want you to get involved with their anger situation. Well, Sava, if you're in second grade, you should tell your teacher about it. Yeah, you should tell your teacher about it and alert all your friends. Yeah, in fact, tell everybody about it. And when the person bullies you, just yell real loud. Yell out their name. Yeah. So you are actually the one having the thinking. You are the seer of your thoughts. None of your thoughts are wrong. You've never made an error. That may be a lot for you to take in, but you never really did have a problem. You are actually the feeling of life, and it's who you are. It's the feeling right inside your body. And you can watch your thoughts. They're just a limited point of view. When you have a thought you don't want to feel or you don't want to think about, it's not bad. It's just a point of view that you're having in the moment, but it's not actually you. And if you pay it no mind, it will fade away. So the thought can always change. You can change it. If it's something negative or you don't want to feel, change it to a positive. So positivity is a way to change how you feel about anything. You will tell your teacher, that's great. Yeah, you can never see yourself. You can never see your thought. How could you see you? Because you only think you are because of your thought. That's when you think you're alive. That's when you think you're you. But actually, when you aren't thinking, in the space between your thinking is actually you. It's the same thing why in your dreams you don't think. If you ever think about your dreams, you're not thinking like how you are now. It's gonna get loud. It's gonna get loud. Tell my teacher if I scream at Sarah. Yeah, I would still do it. I mean, having an enemy in second grade is wild. I don't really remember having any enemies in second grade. So, if you have a thought or something you don't like in your life, you can change it. That's why you don't like it, to something positive. Furthermore, you always want to be in a positive state. It's the only way out of things. And instantly feeling the life that you are takes you there. Because what happens when we have a thought, we tend to resist the thought. So you resist your own thinking, which people will say that's kind of stupid. Why would you make things harder for you? Because on the other side of what you're feeling, it's the positive loop. The positive loophole. So whatever you're feeling negative, it's always going to change to a positive. That is the outcome. So you can always do that. And it's going to happen regardless, because you're either going to stay negative or eventually switch to a positive. She bullied me since I saw her for the first time. Yeah, well, that's crazy that happened in second grade. Hello, Afkaria, Jonas, Chris, Cadence, if that's how you say it. Every day I get involved or about news or some people sad. I'm not sure what you're exactly saying, Simon. But you actually can be in that happy state. How's it going? You can be in that positive state. It's what radiates from us. That feel good state. When you're in your head and you create resistance, then it becomes a problem. Because you are resisting. You're just seeing it from a narrative point of view, a narrower point of view. It's actually not true. It's just a more negative point of view. Okay? And what do you want to do? You want to feel good. You want to feel happiness. It's who we are. Of course. So why would you create a negative thought? It's just resistance towards the positivity. I'm not sure what you're saying. African. Well, it's not the AM. It's only the PM. Sava. It's not the AM yet. There's still people outside. It's when we won't let the thought, it's a negative point of view, a limited point of view. If you just change your point of view to a positive one, because if you ever see someone negative, they're like, oh, that's never going to happen. Because they're literally stuck in their own labyrinth of thoughts. It's never going to happen. I'm unworthy. I'm unworthy. Yeah, you're going to feel that way if you think that way. So always say that, think the best. Think the best possible outcome. There's no reason to think about the negative. Because everything is going to happen how it happens. And it's good. It's only bad when you think it's bad. Someone who's in despair, someone that's depressed, or even angry, they're trapped in their thoughts. They're trapped in their head. And those thoughts they are having are not ones they like. Because they need to change it to a positive one. They need to see that the thought that they do have is creating how they feel. It's making them suffer. But it's not who you really are. So you can change it to positivity. And instead of feeling negative, you don't have to. What's up, boss? How are you? On. How are things going? Just on the phone right now. And you can feel however you want to. You can think however you want to. If you're always thinking negative, that's not actually true, and that is just your reality. It's not actually reality. You're just viewing things and feeling negative about them. I think I'm in a different time zone, Sava. Yeah, I'm in a different time zone. So, did, did you see where I was going? You create the thoughts that you want to think. Because it's your point of view. We're going to get into the light here soon. Your point of view is negative or it's lacking. And you are actually positivity. You are life, which it feels positive. It feels good. Your perspective, when it's negative or something you don't like to feel or think, well, your perspective, you got to understand that it's just it's not bad or good. Hi, Sava. You keep labeling your thoughts. Good, bad. Why? Because your thoughts are neutral. And why not make it positive? It's only because you're saying that they're bad. They're bad. They're really bad nor good. But if you take it as bad, then take it as a positive. Because you negative, you don't want to feel that. It's a limited point of view. God bless all you guys. I'll see you later, Sava. May peace and happiness, it starts within you. It is actually not a thought, and there's no thinking required. To focus on your inner being, inside your body, happiness is radiating. You can feel this now, and you can watch your thoughts now. No one's going to control your thoughts. And no one's going to help you. Because you control how you feel. It doesn't matter the external situation. You are the one. Oops, hold on. You are the one to take action. Even if you have a mascot, someone that cheers you up, you still have to take action in your life. And so, really, if we feel the happiness that's keeping us alive, then we just feel so good. It's like, how do you not feel this? How do you not feel this? The only way you could possibly not feel this is if you are in your thoughts. Eternal happiness is a real thing. It's not in a video game. It's not in food. It's not in a movie. It's not in sex, drugs, or alcohol. Because all that stuff, it ends. But the eternal happiness inside of you, the happiness, all that stuff, who it's happening to, what it's happening to, is you. You're just a seer of reality. And you feel you are happiness. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Simon, can't imagine that. What do you mean by that? Because we are not the thought inside of our head. And that relieves so much pressure. We can pay attention to it, or we cannot pay no attention to it. Just don't let it bother us. And then feel the life inside of you. Because you become eternal happiness. It's never ending. Does that make sense? And one of the ways to stop thinking and being so focused on the mind is slowing down. Having patience. And doing activities slower instead of rushing through them. Does that make sense? Because we're always trying to get one thing done, and then we're trying to get another thing done. But we're enjoying it the whole time. And once we see this, once we see this, then we can control our ship. Once we feel happiness inside of us without doing anything, then we're going to want to be creative. Okay? Because our thoughts are not our source of happiness, though it may happen sometimes and can. It's actually just the feeling that we're vibrating. Because this is who we really are. The feeling that is vibrating. And it's very subtle. That's why you need to slow down. You can't be always running into your next activity because you do it endlessly. When is the activity going to end? When is your thought going to stop? You need to watch for this point, and you can pretty much force this point right now. Surrender to your thoughts. Yeah. Because I can tell you, you think that your thought is maybe the best. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. It's great to think good thoughts. But a lot of people that think they have the best thoughts, they're usually like depressed or angry. So you can think you have the best thought. That's okay. The thing is it doesn't matter the thought, because it's not the feeling of who you are. And so people always think, oh, my thinking is the best. My thought is the best. That's a good thing to think, but usually it's angry people that think that. They don't want to listen to nobody. I'd tell you what. Sorry, it's so dark. If you're the happiest person, you have happy thoughts. And you react to them happily. Okay? So you do have the best thoughts. But if you're not living your best life, then chances are you're not having the best thoughts. Because the life that you want to live, your dream life, sorry, it's so dark. It's one that you feel. We do stuff because we want to feel. The feeling of life. It's the grandest thing. And it's happening right now. It's happening everywhere. And it's happening inside of you. It's all just happening. There is no good or bad. You never did good or bad. Your thought was never good or bad. Okay? Your thought was never good or bad. Now the thing is, how do we know what's good for us? It's when we feel. If it feels good, there's no thinking required. There's no guessing. If something or someone makes us feel good, we feel it. We're attracted to it. Thank you all for being here. God bless you all. If someone or some activity makes you feel bad, and you are aware that it's making you feel bad, the person, then you shouldn't be around that person. You don't want to be around that person. Doesn't matter what you think. You could have thoughts after, yes. but it's the clear feeling of what they feel. Do they make you feel antsy? Do they make you feel good? Yeah. It's I'm just gonna keep going at this point. Hit these wind chimes. So your dream life, thank you all for being here. Your dream life is actually calling you. It's what you feel. Whatever you feel calls you the most, or what you want to do, well, that's it. That's the answer. Okay? Does that make sense? If you do something, an activity, maybe if you eat some food and you feel real bad, you don't like how you feel, could be sex, could be anything. Well, then you don't want to do that. And that's going to lead you to something you do want to do, something you do want to feel. Fundamentally, we can always feel this life inside of us, which is happiness. We are happiness. And eternal happiness is feeling this and free from thoughts. Because, yeah. We don't have to do anything. Because we don't have to do any activity to feel the inner life that we are. Because it's already happening. We are already it. We are eternal happiness. We disassociate from thoughts. We feel what we really are. And we feel reality. What is reality? Well, it's not a concept. And it's not a thought. Because we are here. And there's an underlying natural vibration of life. It feels like love. Does that make sense? I love all you guys. We're on for another 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Thank you, Simon. Nice to see you here. Simon says, monkey see, monkey do. I said that earlier. Savannah, I don't need to sleep. Okay. The thing is, we don't have to do anything to actually feel what we are. We have to do nothing. If we can get to a state where we do nothingness, then we actually, even though it sounds wrong to the mind, it sounds like, how would that be fun? Because you're actually just feeling and becoming the life that you are. We are exiting thoughts and becoming and feeling God. Woo! Reality. Wind chimes. And there's no better feeling than this. Anything that you touch, such as a massage, in sex, or any type of touch, it can bring you aware that you are not thinking and you are more than your thoughts. You are the awareness or aware of your thoughts. You are the something the thoughts are happening to. Okay? Because they have to be happening to something, one. And we tend to tell ourselves that we did something wrong. Like, that's just a limited point of view. You actually did it right. Oh, wow. Not a problem no more. And so when we do hold hands, touch each other's shoulders, get massages, and have sex, this can put us into the no thinking mind, which is then you go transit to feeling. And it's the greatest feeling in the world. Okay? But when you're stuck in the mind, you're not there. But you can get there immediately, anytime, as soon as the thought ends. As soon as you agree with your thought and not think anymore. So this stuff may put us into a non-thinking state. That's why we may like it, but we're not aware of when it's happening. So anything that happens externally, your smell, when you taste something, who is it happening to? Your thoughts just describing it. But you can go into straight feeling it. And it's very immense. It's more than words. And it's actually no words. So anything that we want to touch and feel, sniff and smell, see if you can smell something, a flower, something, and see if you can not describe it. Really take it in. And see if you can stay in that state of taking everything in. You won't be able to do this when you're running, when you're sprinting and running a marathon. That's why it's almost contrary, or it's counterintuitive, basically. Yeah. Because your mind is running around, usually because you're running around. Okay. And again, nothing, the best feeling is just sitting right inside of you. It's just observing, and it's always been there. And it's just, you don't need to do in everything you do externally, your workflow, at your job, at school. They're trying to teach you something, but really at the end of the day, you're going to feel it, how to do something. And you're always there. You're actually always propagated and integrated into getting into this thoughtless state. It's why you're here in the life to come with me to the thoughtless state. It's why you have excitement. That excitement puts you in a thoughtless state. Why you are alive. To go into this thoughtless state. It's the true meaning of life. Because life, the true meaning, is what you feel. Oh, wow. You replace the negatives with positives. And the reason why you're at work, the job you have right now, it's to put you in the flow state so you feel life. And if you don't like your job, then you begin to feel it. Oh, wow, this is actually not for me. Now I can feel what I want to do, not try to guess in my brain. And it's even outside of your job. When you create artwork, yeah, whatever that you love to do is the thing that you need to do. Yeah. But it doesn't matter what's going on in your life, even when you're eating, even when you're showering. Woo! You're always trying to get back to the state. Yeah. Showering is actually not to clean the dirt off your body. They say it's to clean your sins. And the water, well, it actually washes your aura. It cleans your water inside of you. It makes your mind shut up. It cleans your mind. That's the real reason you would shower. That's why people feel better after showers. If something stresses you out and you're angry, more so, taking a cold shower, you're going to forget about the anger, and your body, you're going to start feeling your body. Woo! Looks so much more beautiful You're seeing this like I'm seeing this. There's no view or perspective. We're just seeing it. It's no good or bad. And the last thing is, before I go, is this is it. It's all right here. You can find this all right now. And you can choose to be happiness. I forget where I was going with the last segment. But this is right now. You can choose happiness. I love you guys. I know it kind of got nighty here. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for blessing my heart. May your heart be blessed. And just know everything that you do, you were trying to get into the thoughtless state and you're trying to feel the moment. The more that you feel the moment, the more you can feel what you actually want to do and go and do. And then you'll always be in the moment. It's whatever calls you. Doesn't matter what age you are. And it's always there. Thank you, Cadence, with the wolf pick. Thank you, Simon, too. Matt the Visionary. And Sava. God bless everyone in this world.